Hello, I'm Molly, and this is Care Experts, brought to you by CareCredit and Pets Best. Together, the CareCredit credit card and Pets Best pet health insurance provide all the financial tools that can help you be the best pet parent you can be. Today, I am here with Dr. Heather Keller of the Lewis Animal Hospital in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hi, Dr. Keller. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, it's great. We're going to have a conversation about kennel cough, which is something that not every pet owner knows about, but it is really important as it can be widespread for our canine friends. So we're excited to have you here to talk about this important issue. Can we start off by, will you just tell us what is kennel cough?
Kennel cough is an upper respiratory system problem that can cause chronic coughing. It's something that is airborne. It's particularly caused by a bacterium called Bordetella bronchoseptica, but it can have other components to it that can add to that cough and the symptoms that these dogs get. It is one of those things that they are more likely to get when they go to like the play cares or the pet parks. Certainly boarding, most of those facilities will require that they be up to date on that particular vaccine so that they can have some protection against that problem.
And what are some signs of kennel cough that owners can look out for?
The main one is that they tend to cough a lot. It's kind of a dry, hacking cough. It's pretty persistent, happens more than a couple of days in a row. These dogs don't sleep well because their throats and their lungs are irritated. It's one of those things that can become a very severe issue. We can see some discharge from their eyes or their nose. We can see that they kind of lay around more. They certainly don't have any energy to get up and play. And their appetites can be off a little bit. So obviously, if we identify those symptoms, we want to make sure that we get them to the vet so they can be treated.
When should I take my dog into the vet for kennel cough? When I hear one cough, when I hear coughing for a whole day, at what point should I take him in?
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely hard to be able to tell exactly when. Coughing can be caused by a lot of things, anything as minor as an allergy to that kennel cough problem. So I would say that definitely we're seeing that they're coughing, more than once an hour. We see any discharge from their eyes or nose, particularly if it's yellow or green in color. We see that their activity level is low and they're laying around more. Or if their appetite decreases, obviously that tells us that we're dealing with more than just a minor symptom. And then it would be better to go ahead and have them come in. Also, if they're coughing more than, definitely more than a day, it may be better for us to go ahead and check and make sure that they're not dealing with some major illness that we need to take care of.
And how is kennel cough treated?
Well, kennel cough can clear on its own, but I would say that a majority of times we will go ahead and put them on an antibiotic because, again, the main reason why they get this particular problem is it's because they are affected by a bacterium. So if we can go ahead and put them on an antibiotic, that should help clear the bacteria. Obviously, with different doctors there or the severity of the symptoms, we may see that we may add some treatment to it. Sometimes we'll bring in some type of an anti-inflammatory to kind of cool that airway so that we don't have as much irritation. Obviously, the more that they cough, the more that airway is going to get irritated. And then certainly the more they'll cough after that. So trying to get that inflammation down can be helpful. Also, we can use something like a cough suppressant for the same reason, try to limit the amount of coughing that they have so that those symptoms go away as fast as possible.
How long does kennel cough usually last?
Well, it varies from patient to patient, and it depends on the severity of the problem. But I would say generally they can last anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks with those symptoms.
Okay. And does it have to be treated or can it just go away on its own?
If it's really minor, meaning these dogs are coughing just occasionally, we're seeing that their appetites are good, they're eating and drinking normally, their activity levels are normal, then it may be okay just to go ahead and monitor them. But again, obviously, if we see the symptoms worsening, then at that point, we definitely want to get the doctor involved.
Can my dog die from kennel cough? I mean, can it be that severe?
It would be extremely rare for a kennel cough to be that severe enough that it would be life-threatening. Occasionally, depending on the patient's immune system, if their immune system is weak, every once in a while we can see that it may cause some problems or moved to the lungs enough that we can see that it may cause a pneumonia, but it would be extremely rare for that to happen.
Okay, well, that's good. So, how long is kennel cough contagious for? I've heard it's contagious between dogs. How long does that last?
I think there's a variance of opinion, but I would say that definitely if your dog is coughing, it is contagious. I tell them that it would be nice for them to make sure that they're not coughing for at least a week before they go back to the play cares and kennels, just to make sure that they're not having some type of maybe low grade problem, that they haven't cleared those symptoms completely and we're just not aware of it before they go back to socializing with everybody else, just to make sure that we can control the spread.
What would be a way I could protect my dog from getting kennel cough or, do some preventative work?
Generally, if we see that your dog is going to go to the play care or pet parks, or even if they like to roam the neighborhood with you on that leash, we want to make sure that we protect them against that. Certainly, those kennels also will make sure that they are up to date on their kennel cough vaccine. It is a yearly vaccine that we usually will booster to try to protect against that particular type of problem. And it is one of those things that hopefully we can see that that vaccine will protect them against getting that illness.
Dr. Heather Keller, thank you so much. This has been very informative on kennel cough. It's always scary when our pets start doing something we don't understand. So, thank you for breaking it down for us.
Oh, you're very welcome.
More episodes of Care Experts can be found at carecredit.com/careexperts. All of our featured Care Experts recommend and accept the CareCredit credit card, which is accepted at hundreds of thousands of provider locations nationwide. For more information on how Pets Best Pet Insurance can cover up to 90% of your pet's unexpected eligible veterinary expenses, visit petsbest.com. Or for more information on the CareCredit credit card, go to carecredit.com.
Thanks for joining us on Care Experts with CareCredit. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share with friends and family. And stay tuned for new episodes every week. All information, opinions, and recommendations discussed in this episode are for your information only. We believe the information sources are generally reliable, but because of possible human or mechanical error by the sources, Synchrony or its affiliates, including CareCredit, does not provide warranty to the accuracy, quality, or completeness of the information or any results obtained from it. Any statement or opinions in this episode are the doctor's alone, and included data was current to the time of creating this episode. Please consult your own advisors before using any of this information. Pet insurance coverage offered and administered by Pets Best Insurance Services, LLC, is underwritten by American Pet Insurance Company, a New York insurance company headquartered at 6100 4th Avenue South, Suite 200, Seattle, Washington, 98108. Or Independence American Insurance Company, a Delaware insurance company located at 11333 North Scottsdale Road, Suite 160, Scottsdale, Arizona, 85254. Pets Best Insurance Services, LLC, California Agency Number 0F37530, is a licensed insurance agency located at 10840 Ballantine Commons Parkway, Charlotte, North Carolina 28277. Each insurer has sole financial responsibility for its own products. Please refer to your declarations page to determine the underwriter for your policy. Terms and conditions apply. See your policy for details.